Phew, I'm glad that's over. Forget these crazy reporters and get back to Sullivan and his guests in the VIP room. John?
Yes, Largo?
So, John, what did you think about my performance?
You were great, Largo. This humanitarian thing will do wonders for Group W's image. I see you're getting used to the dreary ins and outs of high society.
Do you know where Jenny Lucas is?
I think I saw her heading for the terrace. Then why don't you go and congratulate her personally? She'll appreciate some compliments from the head of Group W.
I plan on it. She really did a good job. Have you seen Simon anywhere?
You can't miss him. You'll find your friend in an alcove with a, how would you say, rather questionable young lady.
I see Simon's found himself another future ex.
Largo, you know what I think about Simon Overnaz. I'd rather not go into the matter.
Don't worry, John. I'll tell Simon to keep a low profile tonight. Good evening, Candy. Having a good time?
Mr. Winch, your speech was brilliant. You're a really gifted speaker.
There's no need to lay it on, Candy. You know how much I hate these dreary dues, and big speeches to the press were never my thing.
Believe me, you really were fantastic. Really.
Thanks a lot, Candy. I appreciate it. Okay, I've got to go. See you later.
See you later, Mr. Winch.
Simon!
Hello, Largo!
So, how was your vacation, bonehead?
Don't ever mention Miami again, okay? It's full of geriatrics.
Don't tell me she's 70 years old.
Samantha? No, I met her on the plane. Not bad, huh?
Are you gonna introduce me?
Samantha, Largo Winch. And Mr. Winch is a major film producer. Largo, Samantha Winkle. Samantha's on her way to a big career in modeling.
What's all this about being a film producer?
Relax, I told her I was a casting director. Get it? Oh, by the way, nice speech.
Still the little scammer. You'll never change.
Yeah, well, you know me. I like to focus my humanitarian operations on a more personal level. Isn't Joy with you? What about Kerensky?
No, that type of evening's not their thing. You know that. What did you tell that poor girl anyway? You know, sometimes I wonder why I still trust you.
Because I'm your best buddy. That, and because you know I'm always willing to give a hand to my favorite billionaire. And anyway, there's no harm done. She wanted to see some classy people. And that's what she got, right?
You scoundrel. You'll never change. I'm delighted to have met you, Samantha. Are you enjoying yourself, Samantha?
I sure am, Mr. Winch. Everything's great. This place is full of important people.
What about Simon? Has he offered you anything interesting?
Simon? Oh, he's really sweet. He promised to take me to Venice at the end of the week. He's such a doll. Will you be taking me anywhere, Mr. Winch? I bet you travel all the time being a film producer.
Well, I've got a busy schedule right now. We'll talk about it some other time, Samantha, okay?
Okay. When will that be, Mr. Winch?
Some other time.
Yeah, but when?
I've got to go, Samantha. I've got people to see.
All right. See you soon, Mr. Winch.
Miss Lucas?
You can call me Jenny, Mr. Winch. I thought your speech was dead on, very moving.
Miss Lucas, Jenny, I wanted to congratulate you for setting up this whole thing. You're the one that got this whole humanitarian project for Drenavia started, and without your devotion, I'm sure it never would have seen the light of day. Even while taking care of a number of Group W subsidiaries, you were able to find enough energy to organize this humanitarian mission. Well done.
Well, I'm surprised to see that behind our CEO's adventurous image lies a heart of gold.
Are you trying to make me blush, Jenny?
I'd imagine it takes more than that to make Largo Winch blush. And there's no need to congratulate me, Largo. I'm the one that should be thanking you for green-lighting this operation in the first place. I hate these wars. All I did by getting this project started was my duty as a responsible citizen of the world.
You're absolutely right, Jenny. Group W's far too hung up on its own little financial problems. We owe it to ourselves to do something for Drenavia. Drenavia's history is sadly ironic.
Yes, now Drenavia is being oppressed by its Beluga neighbors, while 30 years ago it was the other way round. The Drenavians used to carry out the most horrible atrocities on the Beluga people. In many ways, Drenavian children are the victims of the horrors their parents committed 30 years ago. These ethnic conflicts never end.
Let's hope the aid we're sending will ease the Drenavian people's pain a little, until everyone calms down and long-lasting peace becomes foreseeable.
Largo, sorry to disturb you, but I've just been told that Sharon Green should be here any minute. She's got some bad news for you concerning one of our Mexican labs.
Sharon Green?
Our communication officer. She's the one who keeps tabs on Group W's image. And if she wants to see you, chances are we're headed for a scandal.
Thanks, John. I'll be there in a minute. Miss Green?
Mr. Winch, I absolutely have to talk to you.
Sullivan told me you were coming. He said you had some urgent documents you needed to give me.
Yes, Mr. Winch. My team has found something really hot. I thought I'd better tell you right away.
What exactly is this all about?
I'm not sure exactly, but there's some pretty serious stuff in that file.
Sullivan tells me that one of our Mexican branches has a problem.
Yes, the W Food Research Laboratory.
Miss Green, remind me where the W Food Research Lab is located.
It's in Mexico, in a Veracruz industrial zone, Mr. Winch.
Could you tell me what this lab's activity is?
It's a small unit made up of high-tech researchers working on how to improve farming production and uptake techniques.
How bad is it, Miss Green?
Really bad, Mr. Winch. Someone broke into the laboratory last week. 2 guards were killed and a researcher named Jack Place has disappeared. What's more, my team noticed some unusual stuff. Apparently, transgenic culture has been produced out there, contrary to Group W's professional charter.
Does anyone else know about this?
No, Mr. Winch. I thought you'd want to be the first to know.
You thought right, Sharon.
Largo, I've just had an anonymous phone call. Apparently there's a bomb in here. We've got to get everyone out, nice and calm.
It's locked. We're locked in.
Okay, keep cool. I'll pick that lock for you, no problem. You try and find another way out.
I'll let Simon play around with the door while I try to find another way out. You think you can do it, Simon?
It's a new kind of lock. Top-end job. But I'll get it.
In the meantime, I'll go try and find another way out. Any ideas?
My criminal instincts would go for the terrace or the windows.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Largo, what on earth are you doing?
It's no big deal, Jenny. I love doing acrobatics in a tuxedo.
Largo, you've got to be the most outrageous CEO I've ever met.
Alarm clock. A lousy $5 alarm clock. Someone wanted to get me away from the other guests. But why? What do they want to stop me from? Jesus, Sharon Green's documents.
That's it. I did it.
Simon, are you okay? What happened?
Got me. I had just managed to open this stupid door when someone whacked me on the back of my neck.
Simon, my God, you're hurt!
It's okay, just a blow to the head.
I saw it all. Those cowards hit you from behind while you were fixing the lock.
Samantha, honey, not so loud, please.
Sorry, Simon. If there's anything I can do to help you even out the score, just say the word.
Jesus Christ, what are those security guys up to in this damned hotel?
Keep cool, John.
Well, they're going to hear from me. First a bomb scare, then a completely disorganized evacuation, and now our guests are all trapped in here like rats. And to top it off, our staff are attacked by terrorists.
Did you see what happened?
No, well, not really. Two masked men dressed in black burst in. They elbowed their way through everyone and jumped on Miss Green to get the file she was holding. Next thing you know, they knock out your friend Simon and then they're gone. All we heard was Miss Lucas screaming out on the terrace.
Thanks, Sullivan. Sharon, how are you?
My God, it was awful.
Are you hurt?
No, at least I don't think so.
Looks like they were after both you and your file.
Yeah, but I'm not the only one those monsters were after. I heard a woman scream out on the terrace. A horrible scream. You better go and see. It was awful. I need a few moments to get myself together.
I'll be back in a minute, Sharon. I'm going to see what happened out on the terrace. Jenny? Jenny, what happened?
Largo, two masked men burst onto the terrace and just started attacking me. My head. I fell, but I saw them run off with a file.
What did your attackers look like?
I panicked. I'm sorry. I didn't see them. I fell. My head.
It's all right, Jenny. Do you want me to call a doctor?
Thanks, Largo. I feel much better. Just a little bump. It'll be gone by tomorrow.
They were here to steal Sharon Green's documents. I don't know what's going on in Veracruz, but it looks pretty serious. Sharon had just brought me a confidential file about some strange activities in one of our agribusiness labs. Jenny, this laboratory is part of your branch. Don't you know anything about it?
No, I didn't hear anything about that. But as Group W's manager for this branch, I'm going to Veracruz tomorrow to try and shed some light on this matter.
I'm going too, along with Joy Arden. In the meantime, you'd better get some rest, Jenny. Don't you want to come in and sit down?
No, a little fresh air will do me good. I'll be okay, Largo.
Sharon?
I shouldn't have come here. I should have emailed you.
Christ, she's completely out of it. I'd better find something to bring her around. Have a little champagne, Sharon. It'll help you feel better.
Thank you, Mr. Winch. I'm sorry. I'm really confused. I panicked.
You have nothing to be sorry about, Sharon. A bomb scare and then an assault. You've every right to be shaken up. You're not hurt, are you?
No, they just knocked me down so they could grab the document.
This file must contain some pretty important information for someone to just burst in here and grab it. Have you got another copy?
No, but it doesn't matter. I've got it all saved on my computer's hard drive at home.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's get over to your place.
All right. I didn't feel like going home alone tonight anyway. I know we should have taken a taxi, but I needed to get some air.
How did you get a hold of this information, Sharon?
My team was warned as soon as the guards were killed and Jack Place had vanished.
But how did you find out that something was wrong in the Mexican lab?
Well, in this kind of situation, the first thing we always do is go through the computer resources. It seems 100 or so kilos of genetically modified colza seed had been produced in the lab without the director knowing. Next thing you know, this illicit production disappeared, and certain files seem to have been tampered with.
Who could have tried to intercept this information?
I've no idea, but something really big is about to happen. I can feel it.
Freeze! Empty your pockets!
Stay back, Sharon. I'll take care of this guy.
Should have stayed home tonight.
It's not your fault, Sharon.
Do you think this thug had something to do with the hotel attackers?
I have no idea, but let's not hang around here to find out. Apparently you like roses.
Yes, I do. Nice to look at, nasty to touch. Just like my job at Group W.
Show me this Mexican file, Sharon.
The PC switched on. I left in a hurry and I don't remember where I left the CD with the W Food research file. But you should be able to find it easy enough. I'm going to take a shower to help me recover from all this emotion. Make yourself at home, Largo. I'll be with you in a minute.
This matter seems to be serious. I'll have to take that trip to Mexico. Hey, Joy. Say, you really missed out last night.
Yeah, Sullivan told me about it. He said they were real pros.
Jenny Lucas and Sharon Green got roughed up a bit. I should have invited you. I hate seeing my staff be knocked about.
I don't think anyone could have imagined your charity gala would turn nasty. So, what are we doing here?
It looks like this lab has been producing GEOs. 2 guards have been killed, and a researcher has disappeared. We're going to search the place and ask some questions. You look into the surveillance company. I'll take care of the lab.
I'll ask the guard for his employer's address. See you back here when I'm done.
Hello, Largo Winch.
The big boss? Hello, Jerry Garcia.
Don't look at me like that, Jerry. I just want to ask you a few questions. You got a problem with that?
I lost 2 pals last week, so hell yeah, there's a problem. What do you want to know?
Did you know the victims really well?
I worked with Wally and Steve more than 5 years. They were real pros, good guys, married with kids. Whoever did that, he's gonna pay.
Can you tell me anything on the specifics of the murders?
A bullet in the neck. Didn't leave him a chance. The scum who did that must have known the place pretty well. The surveillance cameras have been switched off. But I've already told that to the police about 10 times.
Hello, I'm Largo Winch. Can you tell the lab manager I'm here?
Mr. Maroto won't see anyone today.
Listen, I'm Largo Winch, CEO of Group W, who this laboratory is dependent on.
Largo Winch? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of Saba. I advise you to leave it at that. Otherwise, I call security.
Are you new in Group W?
Yes, but I'm sure Mr. Winch wouldn't come here without telling us first. I am so embarrassed, Mr. Winch. But since the police have been carrying out their investigations, well, we were ordered.
It's okay, I understand. Now would you tell the lab manager I'm here?
Right away, Mr. Winch. I'll call Mr. Maroto. Mr. Maroto, Mr. Winch would like to see you. That's right, Largo Winch.
I'm coming. I'll be right there.
Mr. Maroto will be here in a minute. If you would be so kind as to wait for him, Mr. Winch.
Mr. Maroto?
In person, Mr. Winch. I'm sorry to have to welcome you to our lab under such unfortunate circumstances.
Let's get to the point. What exactly do you do in your laboratory?
We specialize in agribusiness research. We carry out research on epidemiology, the management and durability of varietal resistance, the effect of polyunsaturated fatty acids on cerebral physiology.
I see. Group W forbids work on GEOs for ethical reasons.
All of this happened without my knowledge, Mr. Winch. I can only imagine it's the work of some pretty tactless individuals.
2 guards killed 1 missing researcher, and you call that tactless?
You're right, Mr. Winch. This matter is extremely serious.
How long did Jack Place work for you? Why has his address been deleted from the files?
Place was with us for 14 years. I don't know what got into him. I think he deleted his own address to cover up.
Well, did he have any problems? Money, drugs, alcohol?
Not with drugs or alcohol, that's for sure. As far as money's concerned, I have no idea. But he disappeared on the night of the murders. In my opinion, he played an active part in this affair. You should ask our researchers. They know Jack Place better than I do. One of them might have his new address.
Hello, Miss Lucas.
Hello, Largo. Here I am, as promised.
Did you fly in this morning?
Yes, I took a flight last night. That humanitarian gathering turned into a real nightmare.
Have you got any idea what happened here, Jenny?
None at all. But I intend clearing this whole matter up, that's for sure. Do you want me to show you around?
I'm all yours.
I'm going to keep a close eye on the police's investigation. I'll give Sharon Green my instructions as soon as I get back to New York.
If you hear anything new over the next few days, keep me informed.
Okay, Largo. This is the vivarium. The W Food research scientists use it to test out the interaction of their work with wildlife. This place gives me the creeps. They've got poisonous spiders, king cobras. Repulsive, if you don't mind my saying. Get us out of here, Largo! Get us out of here!
Don't move, Jenny. Whatever I do, don't move.
What happened here? Why was the door locked?
It's all right, I've got everything under control. But you better see to the security system for this room. I don't want this kind of thing to happen again.
Let's get out of here, Largo!
Mr. Morodo,
Mr. Winch, I'm really confused. It must have been a short circuit. I don't get it.
it's over, Jenny. There's nothing to be afraid of.
The manager of this laboratory is going to hear from me.
Take it easy, Jenny. You're about to have a nervous breakdown.
I hate snakes.
Calm down. It's over.
I'm going back to New York. I'm wasting my time here. I'll get in touch as soon as I find anything.
Okay. I'm going to stay out here a while. I haven't finished with this matter.
See you soon, Largo.
See you soon, Jenny. Your laboratory's a real disaster.
Those responsible for the vivarium security will be severely reprimanded, I can assure you.
You're the main one responsible around here.
But, Mr. Winch...
Listen, Miss Lucas and I nearly lost our lives. I want a detailed report of all the security systems in this establishment on my desk tomorrow morning. And you better be sure it's thorough, or you can kiss your career with Group W goodbye. Miss?
Yes, Mr. Winch?
I'm glad to see someone who's so rigorous. Tell me, Miss...
Aranda. Carmen Aranda, Mr. Winch.
How long have you been living in Veracruz, Carmen?
I was born here, Mr. Winch.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Carmen, but Veracruz is quite a famous little town, isn't it?
That's right, Mr. Winch. Thanks to Gary Cooper and Burt Lancaster, everyone around here remembers Robert Aldrich's film Veracruz. I am delighted you're so interested in our little town.
So tell me, Carmen, what did the police come up with? Did you hear them say anything?
They believe it's the work of hired killers. They haven't ruled out the possibility that the robbery was financed by a rival company.
Tell me, Carmen, have any of the lab's employees been behaving strangely lately?
Well, I know 3 researchers quit a few months back. But that's pretty normal in the research field. It's usually about wages.
I'm Largo Winch, CEO of Group W.
How does anyone expect me to get any work done around here?
And what is it you're working on right now?
I'm not crazy. It must be here somewhere.
Did you know Jack Place, the researcher who disappeared?
I'm sure I put it here yesterday.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
May I ask you what your work consists of?
I work on iron homeostasis.
Anything to do with genetically engineered organisms?
Absolutely nothing, no. It involves molecular biology for the transfer of iron in vegetables. The basic principle is...
Okay, maybe we'll talk about that later if you don't mind. What is colza used for?
It's mainly used for producing oil, as well as for feeding cattle. If the missing GEOs are colza seeds, that could interest a lot of people.
Oh yeah? Who?
Farmers, but especially livestock breeders. With all the meat scrap trouble in Europe, a good source of food for cattle might interest the big livestock corporations.
In your opinion, do you think the theft of this genetically engineered seed would justify 2 murders?
You know, GEOs are big business. Patents are taken out for them. It can add up to billions of dollars.
Forgive me if I sound rude, but is your colleague autistic?
No, but I pulled one over on the old grouch. I hit his mixer.
By the way, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Largo Winch, chairman of Group W.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Winch. If I'd have known, I hid his mixer in the other lab.
And the emergency hammer hidden in the vivarium, was that you too?
Yes.
Nice one. And do you think this is the right time to be playing your little pranks?
Sorry.
Selma Paz?
Yes?
How well do you know Jack Place?
Quite well. He worked on the bench opposite me sometimes.
Worked? Why do you put it like that? Does that mean you don't think he'll be coming back?
I have no idea. I said it without thinking.
Lots of people around here seem to be pretty convinced that Jack Place is the one behind the murders and the missing GEOs.
Listen, Jack Place was a decent man, an idealist, not a thief, and certainly no killer.
The devil wears an innocent face, so they say.
I wouldn't know, Mr. Winch.
Jack Place moved not long ago. His new address has been deleted from all the files. Do you have any idea why?
I haven't got a clue.
Yes?
I found a plan of the security system in a drawer belonging to Jack Place.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. I heard he moved without leaving an address, but we'll find him.
Do all the other lab staff have alibis for the night of the murders?
Yes, the police interrogated all the personnel. Everyone's got an alibi, except Jack Place, seeing how he's disappeared.
I'm going to put everything I've got into busting the culprit.
Whoever killed Stephen Wally, he's gonna regret it.
Look, let me deal with this my way. Don't do anything stupid.
We'll get him.
I've been doing agribusiness research for 25 years now. Not to get rich with the latest technologies. I'm in this to advance science.
And was Jack Place any different from you?
Jack Place seemed to take a big interest in the GEOs recently. It turns my stomach. Scientific research has a nasty tendency of getting mixed up with profit, if you ask me. What happened to the Pasteurs, the Flemings, the Curies?
They're dead, I think. But no one ever felt the need to investigate them. I'm starting to understand the other researchers' attitude. Did Jack Place work alone?
Salma Paz used to help him now and then. If he's moved, maybe he told her.
Salma Paz?
Yes, you must have bumped into her.
And was Jack Place any different from you?
Jack Place seemed to take a big interest in the GEOs recently. It turns my stomach. Scientific research has a nasty tendency of getting mixed up with profit, if you ask me. What happened to the Pasteurs, the Flemings, the Curies?
you might have his new address.
Who told you?
Había escondido.
That old grouch? He hates everybody. He and Jack didn't get on at all.
What about you? How well did you get on with Jack Blaze?
I already told you. Jack was an idealist. A revolutionary in his own way. A man concerned for the good of humanity.
In the meantime, 2 men are 6 feet under. I need Jack's address, Miss Paz. I count on sorting this matter out my way, Miss Paz. I'm not a member of the police. I'm not here to give you a hard time. I'm sure you must know Jack's new address. Am I right, Miss Paz?
All right, Mr. Winch. All right. Jack did mention he was moving. If I remember correctly, it was 324 Avenida Marcos in the southern suburbs of Veracruz.
Thank you. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but this is a very serious matter. So then, what did you come up with?
The surveillance company's clean. That said, those guys are steaming. They're talking about revenge. Some of them think the missing researcher's the one who did it.
Jack Blaze? Good, we're just about to pay him a visit.